Yes, people. Welcome to another edition of All Things Wrestling right here on the Finished Article. And before we move forward, I want everyone on YouTube to acknowledge me. No, I don't really. But yeah, this is All Things Wrestling. I'm going to be joined by the co-host, Shahzad, as always, and our special guest today. We've got Andrew, who's been on the show before. So let's get everybody on and let's get cracking. Yes, Shaz, we good?
Yeah, bro. First of all, I'm not acknowledging you. Second of all,
All right, so you want to be Goldberg, right? You just want to be Goldberg and take my spot, yeah? Okay, cool.
jokes, man. Nah, I'm good, bro. How are you? You alright?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. All good. Let's get Andrew on. Yes, Andrew, how we doing, bro?
I'm not acknowledging you until you acknowledge me. That's all.
Nice.
I'm all good, thanks. Thanks for inviting me on again. Appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Anytime. So obviously it's been quite a while since we've actually done a wrestling podcast, hasn't it, Shaz?
It's been a while, and I definitely have quite a few things to say as I messaged you yesterday, but we'll get on to that.
Nah, bro. If that's where you want to start, that's where we can start, bro. You can get it off your chest, bro.
I mean, I don't know where to start. AEW, MJF. I won't say what I said to you yesterday.
Nah, bro. This is the finished article. You can say what you want on this channel, bro. Just say it. Just get it out there, bro.
What, the MJF is a cunt?
Yeah, there you go. I said it, bro.
I said it. Yeah. Where do we go? I mean, MJF literally pulled one out of the bag, obviously with the distraction.
Yeah.
PG Punk, he was never going to beat him straight up anyway, so obviously he got his help. WWE for me, you keep messing me. Why are we still talking about Goldberg right now?
We're in 2022. It's not like 2002. It's like, why is Goldberg still around?
It is. It doesn't make sense.
I can see Andrew just shaking his head, man. He's like, oh.
So many spears we're going to see in that match. So many spears.
Yeah. That's all it's going to be, a spear for you and a spear for you.
You know what? This was supposed to be the WrestleMania match from a couple of years
back.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
It was the first WrestleMania in lockdown, weren't it?
Yes, for 2020. Yeah, it was supposed to be.
Yeah, 2020.
Roman took himself out for health reasons, obviously. So
yeah,
lucky us. We get to experience it when Goldberg's 2 years older.
Wow. Well, let's hope he doesn't try and kill Roman Reigns like he did with the Undertaker in Saudi.
I just hope they make this a no holds barred, something like that. I can't have a straight up wrestling match with these two.
No,
not that I'm not. I know Roman could. I know Roman can deliver it. I'm just not with
Goldberg can't. Not at his age, man. He's past it. Like I don't even know why he's back.
So past it. But I wanted to. Shahzad, yeah. MJF is doing his job, because if you're feeling like that on MJF, Crash, then he's doing his job. I watching that. They swerved me twice because I didn't think the match was actually going to happen.
Yeah.
I thought like MJF was going to come out and say no, not today, or something like that.
And then they actually gave it quite a decent amount of time. I think it was like 45 minutes or something.
Yeah, it was quite a long match, wasn't it?
And then. They swerved me again with the false finish.
Yeah,
because they tried that. Remember, he did that with. Didn't he do that with Darby Allin? The last pay per view or something like the false finish. It was like they restarted the match,
and then they restarted it. Yeah.
Wow, I actually think the result's the right one.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fascinating. What are they going to do next? Because the pay per view's in like 4 weeks time, something like 4 weeks this Sunday. I think it is Revolution. Surely it's going to be a rematch, but I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. That's all. I don't know how they're going to. They're sort of, pardon my language, sort of blown their load, really.
Yeah, I thought they would have saved the match for the pay per view and not done it on Dynamite. Like, when they all came out, I thought like, this match isn't going to happen. It's Dynamite. This is a pay per view caliber match. Like,
I thought they would have in Chicago. A big statement. Punk's hometown is to absolutely destroy him, leave him a bloody mess in the middle of Chicago, and drop the Chicago flag on him or whatever. Just something, just drop it like that. Then he's out for the next until the next pay per view.
Yeah.
Let him be out until the next pay-per-view. He suffered horrific injuries, like Wardlow powerbombing him so many times, Sean Spears hitting him with a chair, FTR, sorry, doing whatever double moves to him, whatever. Just lay him out. Then MJF, for promos or videos for the next 4 weeks, like he retired CM Punk.
Yeah,
he's the only man to. He retired CM Punk permanently. He's not coming back in 7 years' time. Build up, and
definitely.
Unless they do some type of multi-man match with Sting and Darby Allin or something like that, because they were teasing that before. But then that doesn't make any sense.
They've had that though, haven't they? They had FTR and MJF against Punk, Darby Allin, and Sting, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I mean. They've already done it, so
they did that first up. That's the problem.
Yeah, that was like a couple of weeks ago.
It was. It was. That's what I mean. I was like, it's very strange to give it away for free.
Yeah, I mean, I think the result was right, because we all know obviously CM Punk's quite old now, but it shows how much faith AEW have in MJF as like going forward. Like he's the future.
Yeah,
he's definitely going to be a future champion in AEW whenever he gets that shot.
Yeah, I just wonder when they're going to pull the trigger on that world title.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that obviously Lance Archer's the next challenger. He's going to fight. They're fighting on Wednesday in the Texas Death Match. I mean, I don't even know why they're doing that so quickly.
I think they're going to actually. I think Adam Cole's actually going to be the one to face Adam Page. And the next pay-per-view, he's got like the singles. He's got like his number one contender.
He is,
stuff like that.
Still undefeated, even though he lost to Orange Cassidy, innit?
I wonder if the plan is for MJF to actually give him the TNT title first,
possibly,
and have him run that, but like never, only defend it once a month.
Here's the best bit. At least these storylines are breath of fresh air compared to what we've seen. So yes, okay, it was controversial. I completely agree with what Shaz said, that it was the right result, putting him over. MJF, I actually like him on the mic. It's something different. I mean, compared to what we're seeing right now in WWE, where we're having to bring back legends back from the dead because we can't find talent within the company to use. I mean, it's like you might as well go get The Rock and Austin to come back as well while you're at it, because we just don't trust anybody else.
I was thinking they let so many people go that they were going to put the two Rumbles together. So 15 women and 15 men. Just have a mix.
They could have done, couldn't they?
Rumble.
You know, I think the Royal Rumble it exposed WWE for like lack of star power right now, especially after releasing near enough 100 people last year.
Yeah.
They had Johnny Knoxville enter the Royal Rumble. I was quite shocked that AJ Styles didn't win, to be fair. I was expecting AJ Styles to go and win that.
Were you expecting that though? As soon as Lesnar lost the title,
oh yeah, I had a feeling that he was going to come back into the.
It was so obvious he was going to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem. It's predictable now. That's it. Like,
I mean, he did that before as well, though. I think
he
lost the title at the Royal Rumble once before, didn't he? I mean,
he did. But even like Ronda Rousey coming in, I think she came in 28, or so, 27, 28, and I thought, she's won it. Why not save her for 30?
Yeah,
why not build up the women's Rumble and have like nearly 20 women or 15 women in it, right? So there's a legitimate chance that she doesn't win because they might gang up on her. Why not do that instead of having 100%. 6 or 7 women in there who just look like they're scared shitless? Because the people then coming out of Ronda Rousey after Ronda Rousey entered the ring, they're not going to win. So what's the
definitely. And on that as well, Mickie James even entered it, and she's with Impact Wrestling as well.
Yeah,
I saw that.
It's like they were never going to let her win it. They weren't going to let someone signed with Impact Wrestling win their Rumble. So there was just really no point having her in that Rumble.
No, that's the problem. The Royal Rumble is my favourite event. It has been my favourite event for the past, let's say, 8 years, since Mania has become very predictable and lackluster.
Yeah, 100%.
In my opinion. But this Sunday's one, it was like the Seth Rollins Roman Reigns match was great until the finish.
I loved that match.
I loved the match, but the finish
was.
I
don't know.
It was so
thought the
lame.
finish was
like, it ruined it. It sort of ruined the match for me because
Yeah.
he could have listened. He could have won by submission. I'd be fine, but he didn't. He got disqualified. Yeah, and then he beat Seth up after that. Why not just win by submission and then beat Seth? And that's fine. I would have accepted that. But it was just one of those things. And even watching the Rumble and on the replay, because I sort of fell asleep really watching it because I couldn't be bothered really after the Lesnar lost the title. I thought I know what's going to happen. It's just, but then even that build up. Okay, we know Brock's coming in. Everyone knows Brock is coming in at 30, right? Again, have 10, 12 guys still in the Rumble who can, and then like Shane McMahon. Why is Shane McMahon coming in? What is the point?
What was the need for Shane McMahon to even be in the Rumble?
And then he's in like the last 3 or 4, and it's like, why? Why not? Do you know what I could have said? Why not bring one of the NXT guys up? Why not bring Braun Breaker up or something like that?
Exactly, man. This was my thinking. Like, they could have used the Rumble to help build some of the NXT people up to come to the main roster. Yeah. People like Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
He could have been in there. They could have had Braun Breaker in there. And whoever else from NXT.
Women's, they could have had Raquel Gonzalez up. Dakota Kai, they could have brought up. They could have brought up Katie Ray. Just to have them up there. Or Jaya Lee or something like that. It's like, what was that? What I really, but it's like they went, oh, the Rumble's happening, but we actually don't care. We know what we want at the WrestleMania. We know we want Brock.
We want Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Does it not tell you how predictable it is that after the pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble, because me and Chaz used to catch up all the time and watch it, and now literally be like, yeah, he's going to tell. I could literally message him and say, this is what's going to happen, because it's that predictable. Whereas when I watch AEW, you don't know what's going to happen. And I'm like thinking to myself, surely Vince has got a brain and got to see what's happening on the other side to be able to say, okay, look, I know you'll never consider it legitimate, but either you're going to go to the grave taking the company with you, or you pass it on to somebody who can reinvigorate it, because it's dead right now.
Yeah, the WWE product's just dead.
It is. It's very much
gone. I mean, I still do watch it, but Raw, SmackDown, even pay-per-views, I'll fast forward most of them. Like, even the matches, I'll fast forward them because the match will start and I'm like, right, this guy's gonna win. Then I'll forward it towards the end. I'm like, oh yeah, there you go, I was right. There was no point watching that 30-minute match or whatever, however long it is. There's no point watching it if you know the outcome. Like CM Punk versus MJF, that match, when it started, I'm like, right, MJF's gonna run away. It's gonna get, he's gonna get disqualified or something, and the match isn't even gonna happen. And then it happened, and I'm like, okay, fair enough. Let's see how this goes. And then you had MJF with the false win with the choke, and I'm like, oh shit, he's won. But then the referee restarted it. I'm like, okay, so CM Punk's definitely gonna win. We're in Chicago.
Yeah.
And then you have Wardlow come out, and it looked like he was turning on MJF.
Yeah.
But you didn't see him give him the ring behind his back. And then you literally have MJF beat the hometown hero. And it was just like, oh shit, that just happened.
Yeah, it was like a split moment. It was like, did they really just do that? And that was quite good.
It was like a shock moment. Like, I'm not going to compare it to like Brock Lesnar beating Undertaker at WrestleMania because I know Shaz, that still hurts you, bro. That still hurts. I know, bro. I know. But that was probably the biggest shock moment we've ever seen in wrestling. Yeah. And this was one of the biggest shocks that AEW have ever done.
Yeah, it was. And that's
why it was so unpredictable. No one would have predicted CM Punk losing in his hometown and to MJF.
I was, like I said, I was quite sure they even did the match, and then the length of the match was a pay-per-view style length, obviously with the ad breaks and everything. Obviously, if you're watching through Fight TV or something, you're not going to get the ad breaks.
Yeah,
it's like essentially it's like 45-minute long match. But yeah, that's. I mean, I like the AEW has more of a surprise factor, so it doesn't have all the surprise factor, but it has more of a surprise factor than WWE has. I mean, Although I do credit them. I didn't expect Ronda Rousey to choose Charlotte for there as a WrestleMania opponent. I thought it was going to be Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah,
I thought
that's true.
I thought then they were setting up Sasha Banks Charlotte for the SmackDown one. So unless something changes, of course they could switch it, I suppose.
Yes, they've got a couple of weeks to decide which way they want to go, really, don't they?
The funniest was when Sonya Deville decided to jump on Ronda Rousey, and I'm like,
mad.
What
Absolute
are you
madness.
even doing in the ring?
I know, madness. It's like, what were you doing? She's just going to destroy you. And that's what she did. It was like, doesn't make any sense. Heels are supposed to be smarter.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, they're supposed to be smarter, not stupid. It's like
we've got a couple of comments just coming from Kev. He's saying, I thought you started at 3. He's in America. We started a couple of hours earlier than we were expecting. Like, we were going to start at 8, but we've actually started at 2 hours earlier. So apologies that you missed the start, man, but you've not missed much. But low-key AEW is good. It's actually gotten good. Okay, cool. This guy used to hate AEW. But he's seen him improve. I expected tons of filler and to be bored, but it's a really good. Okay, cool. So there you go. I mean, you actually hated AEW, and now you're a fan. So it just goes to show how bad WWE is. That Kev's like a hardcore WWE fan. Like, if we said anything bad, he would give us stick for it. And now he's even on our side with AEW being a good show. Good promotion to watch. So I don't know, WWE is just gone downhill for me.
Just be back in a minute.
No worries, man. No worries.
Yeah, you know what? WWE reminds me of the Glazers. They ain't trying anything new. Literally, that's how bad it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, on the point you raised about the Royal Rumble, I watched it. I was, and I messaged you. I think I messaged you.
Okay, question though, bro. Sorry to interrupt you, bro. Question. Yeah. Like, I know we stayed up for last year's SummerSlam, yeah, and we know that was a mistake. Okay. So, would you have stayed up if you could for the Royal Rumble? This specific Royal Rumble that's just gone. Would you have stayed up to watch that?
Apart from Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, the rest of it, no.
Fair enough. Going on to that match, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, like, I thought they could have built it up longer. Yeah. Like, they could have announced Seth as the opponent a lot earlier and let him play their mind games for longer. I thought it was really good that he was getting in Roman's head. Like, he came out and said, look, every time we fought for a championship, I've always won.
Yeah.
And that put pressure on Roman Reigns. You could see Roman Reigns like, oh shit, Seth Rollins is on my case. And when the match started, before it started, Seth Rollins came out to the Shield music, through the crowd and everything. I thought it was amazing. That was probably the best part of the pay-per-view for me, watching Seth Rollins come through the crowd with that smug smile and laugh on his face. and then he did the little jump over the barricade like he used to. And then at the start of the match, he absolutely went to town on Roman Reigns. Like, he was curb stomped him, buckle bombed him. He even put him through the table with a power bomb like the Shield used to. I'm like, shit, this is getting good. Yeah. I was expecting. I think I spoke to Shaz about it, maybe over the phone. I was expecting. Obviously, the Usos were barred from ringside. I was actually expecting Kevin Owens to come to ringside and help Seth Rollins, maybe. And also, a theory that I had was Solo Sikoa could have debuted on the main roster because he's the younger brother of the Usos.
Yeah,
the Usos are obviously barred, but Sikoa wasn't barred.
Yeah,
I thought it would have been a good way to bring him
in. Yeah,
maybe not onto SmackDown, but maybe have him in the Bloodline, but on NXT. I thought it would have been a good way to bring up a younger star and maybe like come under Roman Reigns as well as obviously the Usos. But this is WWE. They dropped the ball.
Okay, hold on. So let me ask you a question, right? So let's take the analogy that we've just seen Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Great match. Okay, the ending was a bit controversial, fair enough. Now, what is your logic when you bring Goldberg back into the picture because whilst he's iconic, I just don't understand the push for him. I'm like, can you guys explain it to me? Because I'm still scratching my head.
Well, it's a Saudi show. So the Saudis pay millions of dollars to WWE, and one of those is like they want to see the old stars or the famous stars.
That's why Goldberg's back.
That's why Goldberg's that's the only reason. That's the only reason.
Like, they want to see him.
It's money. That's all it is. It's money.
Okay.
And he's contracted. He's contracted for these shows.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
And
they want
if
to
you
see
remember back on, I think it was a couple of years ago now, that the Saudi show had The Undertaker and Kane versus Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Like, Shawn Michaels would never have come out of retirement at all for WWE, but he literally said that they were just throwing money at him to get him out of retirement for one last match in Saudi.
Ridiculous amounts of money. Yeah.
He probably would have got paid millions for that one match.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm quite... Like, Shaz knows that Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler. Like, since I've been a kid, he's always been my favorite. But I didn't want to see him come. I didn't want to see that match because I knew he'd been out of the ring for so long, and to come back for that match, like, it didn't do him any justice.
No.
Like, I understand like the storyline behind it, like the Undertaker or Kane or something, they were using underhanded tactics to win or something like that. And then Shawn Michaels said, well, if they're not going to have respect for other people, why should I have respect for, getting beat and going to retire? And you get that part of the storyline, but I just don't think it should have happened.
True.
No. And then we see like the Undertaker Goldberg match.
God, that was just a shit show.
Yeah. I mean...
And then they had to give Goldberg Dolph Ziggler to have a good match.
Yeah, to have like some sort of redemption or something. Yeah, that's all it is. That's exactly what it is. No logic whatsoever. Oh, the Saudi show's coming up. Roll Goldberg out to well, I don't know what he's done to deserve to challenge for any of the world title, but
he's been. I think the last time we saw him was it when he fought. I don't even know when we last saw him.
Okay, fair enough. Bring Goldberg back.
No, Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. Yeah,
bring him back for that impact moment to knock out somebody and then walk out. Fair enough for the hits, but to put him in a match is like this is like Comedy Central right now. You could make this up.
That's the whole point. That was the whole point. Yeah, it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. He's not mentioned.
I mean, sometimes when The Rock comes back. And he generates a pop. Fair enough. I'm good with that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But fine. What warrants Goldberg coming back and jumping to the front of the queue?
That's what I mean.
Like John Cena did it as well. Like he came back, jumped to the front of the queue, got smashed by Roman Reigns, as he said, and we've not seen him again.
But if you remember that storyline, actually Finn Balor got involved. If you remember,
yes,
and then they made so It was supposed to be Finn. They set up like, Finn Balor's going to challenge him.
Yeah,
but then John Cena signed the and all that rubbish.
Mm.
But yeah,
John Cena signed the contract. Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah.
Goldberg comes in, challenges McIntyre at the Royal Rumble, then challenges Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam. And they have a rematch at the last Saudi show as well, if you remember. Mm. And then not seen since then. Comes back. Oh, you got a title match in 2 weeks today? I think it is.
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks away.
And crazy, like like I said, it's like you better make that some type of stipulation match, street fight. Oh no, but it's the only way that match is possible.
Bearable.
But bearable is probably the right word. But actually, put it on first.
Yeah, have that be the first match.
Yeah, don't because I don't want that after Elimination Chamber.
Match. Yeah, the crowd will be dead after the Elimination Chamber, so that match just won't go well at all with the crowd.
Just have it on first.
That's something that I know you mentioned after Finn Balor there, and that's just something that really, really annoys me is that Finn Balor just the way he lost as the Demon to Roman Reigns. Like me and Shaz spoke about it on here, but it still pisses me off.
Yeah,
like he was literally on the top rope and the rope snapped. It's like, what? This is a professional wrestling company. It's never happened in WWE before. How the did that turnbuckle fall off while he was on it? It's like
the theory that I had behind it was they've run out of so many ideas as to how they could prolong the storyline and make it actually substantial. They had to do something stupid like that, which they thought they could fool everybody. But the only time I've ever seen the rope or the ring snap was when Lesnar tried to backflip Big Show back in the day.
Yeah, when they were doing a big suplex off the top.
Yeah.
That's different though, isn't it? Like you've got two big guys in the ring and the ring collapses. That's fair enough. But this is Roman Reigns and Finn Balor. Like Finn Balor's not that big. Like he's not Big Show, is he? And Roman Reigns is Brock Lesnar. So, and it was literally just one person on the top rope. He went to the top rope to do the coup de grace, and he just fell underneath him. Like what?
It would have been more credible, say, if they were had been one of the guys had been whipping them into that turnbuckle ferociously, or for several minutes, or even smashing it with a chair or something like that.
Yeah,
something
then you understand.
Okay, so it's weakened or something like that. When he's got up, so we can call back. We can see why they were fighting on it. It would have been incredible if they were both fighting on it. And after that, maybe could have gone, but you're right. Finn Balor's a lightweight, essentially.
Yeah.
By the way, can I give a special mention out to Brock Lesnar? Because I messaged Charles about this the other day. I heard him cut a promo the other day, and I was it was music to my ears, because I'm like, fair enough. Okay, he's got the mic. He's dropping it. I'm like, this is breath of fresh air, because I hadn't heard him speak for 2 years when he was under Heyman. And all of a sudden he's just dropping bombs, and I was like, that's one good.
You're talking about the promo where he said Bobby Who would you? The one that he did on Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually a good promo for Brock Lesnar. He doesn't usually cut promos himself. He usually has Paul Heyman doing it.
Yeah.
But it's good to see a different side of Brock Lesnar. But I'm a bit tired of him always coming back and just getting the title whenever he wants it.
Yeah, he's the same, isn't he? It's title shot came back at SummerSlam, got the title shot the next. That's
kind of my gripe with what Shaz has just said. So I can't believe they made him lose to made Undertaker lose to this guy. If he loses to Reigns,
dear, we're back on that subject.
We got to wait. Since you wanted me to rip one, I'm going to rip one now. If you wanted to lose to Reigns, I would have been good with that, because fair enough, Reigns is the future and he's younger. But to make him
lose, the head of the table, man. Come on,
huh? To make him lose to that Lesnar. It's still, I look at the guy that was bulging his eyes out. I was like, I had a panic attack. I think I had palpitations when I saw that. I was like, no way. Please tell me I didn't just see that. It's a bad dream. I messaged him. I called him. He's like, Shaz, what happened? Everything okay? Yeah, have you just seen what I've seen? No, don't spoil it for me. I was like,
that's the usual conversation we have after a pay-per-view.
I understand what you're saying, because I thought it was a mistake.
Yeah, 100%.
And I thought, because he's not put his shot up, I thought, okay, then how are they going to explain this? And then when 21-1, I thought, oh shit, I've actually done it. But
I get Brock Lesnar's this beast or whatever. He's unbeatable or whatever they want to bill him as, right? But he doesn't need a title to get over. If you see Brock Lesnar's name on a pay-per-view and it's not for a title match, people are still going to watch it.
Yeah.
It's same with Goldberg. Goldberg's a legend, and he can come back and be on a pay-per-view and people will still watch it because it's Goldberg. He doesn't have to have a title match to be, to get noticed.
No.
It's but that's the problem with WWE. They bring these people back and just give them title shots for no reason. But they don't realize that they don't need these title shots. If you look over at AEW, whenever Sting's on a pay-per-view, people watch it for the name Sting. And how many title shots has Sting had in AEW? Zero.
None, yeah. He doesn't need it, does he?
He doesn't, exactly. That's the point. He doesn't need it. And he knows that. And AEW know that. And the way AEW build up the older people and use them is a lot better. Jake the Snake Roberts, when they use him as the manager or mouthpiece for Lance Archer.
Yeah.
He's really good at what he does on the mic. And they use him for that. Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, they used as managers. You know what I mean? It's like WWE could do something similar with their legends as well, but they don't. They just get rid of them. Or they bring them back like they do with Goldberg and just give them title shot after title shot when no one wants to see it.
No, you're right. The manager in WWE, I think there's like two? There's like Heyman and MVP, something like that. I don't think there's anyone else.
Yeah.
And it's like the right should be used as mouthpieces, or like their name given to an unknown person or someone who needs it,
Yeah.
Stuff like that, like, as a mouthpiece, because maybe they're not been on the mic. Right? I don't think Lance Archer is particularly gifted.
Yeah.
On the mic, I think he's like a Lesnar, like a an old and like former Lesnar, when he used to hardly speak. And you're right, it should be used for something like that. And
definitely.
Yeah, because I'm not wanting to see. Funny enough, I don't think Jake Snake Roberts is going to come in and challenge Adam Hangman Page for the world title.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I just don't
exactly.
think
You're not going to see Sting challenge like Kenny
Sting
Omega
didn't come in and challenge
John
Kenny
Moxley.
Omega, did he? He didn't come in and challenge Kenny Omega, did he?
Exactly. Like I get AEW had Chris Jericho as the AEW champion at the start, but that was just to get recognition and have a big name as the champion to get people in.
Yeah.
But once they got the people in, he dropped that title to John Moxley.
Exactly. And that's the whole point. That's what it should be done. It's like, they could have gone. I mean, I think they're building up Moxley, right? I think he's going to have hopefully he has a long feud with Daniel Bryan, whether that's Daniel Bryan and then others in like a Daniel Bryan stable.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he brought up. Who's
the guy? Moriarty, didn't he?
Moriarty. He brought up. Who's the guy with 2.0? Daniel.
Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia. Brought up names like that. Maybe he's going to build up something like that, add 2.0 or something, or just
what I've heard is that it's going to be 2.0, Daniel Garcia, Daniel Bryan, and then someone else.
Yeah.
Like in that mix. So
another faction.
Yeah. But I think from what you've seen on TV, like it looks like Inner Circle are going to split up.
Yeah, it looks like
Santana and Ortiz are going to go on their own way.
Yeah.
And I think they need to like push themselves in the tag division more. Yeah. Like they're so much better than the way they're being used in the tag division. They should be like top 5 or top 3. Like they're a really good team.
Yeah, you're right. And Sammy Guevara's really stepped up out on his own. He doesn't really need to be someone's like second or something. Jake Hager, I don't know what Jake Hager's doing.
Jake Hager's just Jake Hager, isn't it?
It's just Jake Hager. So, and Chris Jericho, be interesting to see what they do. Do they keep him as a face? Do they turn him heel? Who does he want to work with? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of potential for like Jericho to like help the younger talent.
Exactly.
Like it could work with maybe he could have a feud with Sammy Guevara.
Just about to say that. It's a long.
That would be really good to see.
It's a long form. It's a long form to have an actual potential feud with Sammy Guevara, because I know he had that feud with Orange Cassidy. Man, it's going to be a couple of years ago soon. That's how scary that was.
Yeah.
Something like that. I'm trying to think of who else he could want, like the Pillars. I mean, not Jungle Boy at the moment. He's in obviously tag team and everything like that.
Yeah.
But one maybe.
I'd actually like to see Christian and Chris Jericho fight again.
Maybe. I don't know whether. I think long term, I think everyone's thinking that Christian's going to eventually turn on the Jungle Express. I think one of that's going to happen and maybe lead to a Jungle Boy Christian match or something like that.
Possibly,
be interesting that. The problem with AEW is that I think their roster's too big.
Yeah, they've got too many people on it.
Absolutely massive. You're talking about there's factions on top of factions, and then there's like
100%.
There's like tag teams and single stars that aren't even in factions.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what Tony Khan has got to be really careful who he. I mean, there's a lot of rumor about contracts expiring. Because I mean, he brought Jay Lethal in at November pay-per-view Full Gear, and he's hardly been used.
Since, he's just fought on Rampage against
that's
Ricky
Starks.
That was a really good match as well. I really enjoyed that match.
It's a massive signing. He's hardly been. You might have to. I had this funny feeling you might have to take a leaf out of WWE book and start doing a roster split or something, or like a show.
I'd hate
or
that,
choose
honestly.
one of the shows where it's just a tag team show or something like that.
I get what you mean. Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of. I think you'll see Dynamite and Rampage be used for a lot of tag matches. instead of a lot of, and lead the pay-per-views to a lot of singles matches.
Yeah,
because there's just so much. There's just so many people.
There's just too many people. They've just signed Danhausen as well, haven't they?
Yeah, Danhausen. There's rumors read on today that he's Tony Khan's. There's a Forbidden Door announcement this Wednesday.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Is that going to be with WWE or?
Well, I don't know. People are speculating it might be a Okada that comes through, or
okay.
Maybe Keith Lee or whatever they're going to call him.
I've heard they're going to be bringing Keith Lee in.
Another one, and that's great, but that already goes into a stacked list. I mean, Bryan Danielson has been used so sparingly since the title match with Adam Page. He's been like just seen watching, or this is his first promo for about 4 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. That was the first time he's done a promo since he lost to Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah. Exactly, and he's been just watching otherwise.
Yeah, before that, he's just been watching Jon Moxley since his return. Yeah,
I mean,
and that's a really good way of using someone as well.
It was. Pac returned obviously on Wednesday. He's been out since
that was
the
brilliant as well.
Yeah, another thing that's.
He's another wrestler. I like watching his Pac.
Another faction with the Mordecai Black. What was calling him?
The House of Black.
The House of Black. They're adding more people possibly to that, and that's another faction. And it's like one of these days, I think the pay-per-view is just going to be multi-man matches because there's so many. Definitely. There's so many people, and then that's a good thing and a bad thing, but it's one of those really. Tony Khan's he's obviously managing and can afford it. It's just.
Yeah, it's how they use everybody now, isn't it? Like
that was the problem. That was the problem we discussed beforehand, right? It was like they announced Sammy Guevara against Isaiah Cassidy on like a backstage video segment. It's supposed to be a TNT title match. Essentially, it's a TV title. You should build it up a bit more, give it some more credibility. You know, at least give it like a week's in advance, not like 2 days, something like that. You know.
And to be fair, Rampage is filmed straight after Dynamite as well.
Yeah. But even like they could have got it last week because in advance and gone.
Next week on Rampage.
Yeah, next week on Rampage. And how did Isaiah Cassidy get? What's the rankings for the TNT title? How did Isaiah Cassidy?
That's proper random. Some guy in a tag team just gets.
I don't understand that. I thought the rankings were supposed to matter.
Yeah,
which I always thought was a bullshit thing anyway. Because it didn't make any sense, but. Yeah, I mean that's AEW. For me, it's fascinating watching AEW how they juggle all this.
Like the rankings for what do you call it? I'm just having a look at the rankings on AEW now.
Boys, I'm just gonna jump in with my last comment before I got to drop off.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
I mean, just on that rankings basis, I think what Andrew said that makes a valid point. That normally, if you're working your way up a ladder. Yeah, you should follow the next column in line. But I think they're trying to throw a bit of spontaneity into sometimes when they have these matches. But I would definitely say, I mean, last comment is that around AEW triumphing over WWE right now, unless they reinvigorate it. But let's see what happens. But guys, have a good one. Thanks for having me on.
And I'll go bro anytime, man.
See you
in a bit, man. I've just had a look at the rankings really quickly, and it shows top 3. Actually, well, it shows 3 people as champions. Look, this is from the 26th, so it's before. Is that before or after the ladder match?
I think it was 26 was the 26 was the it wasn't this past, it was last week's episode.
Right, okay, yeah. So the rankings are from the 26th of January. You've got Hangman Adam Page as the champ, and then you've got Cody and Sammy Guevara as interim champ and champ. And the rankings go Adam Cole, Dante Martin, Lance Archer, Andrade, and then Powerhouse Hobbs. So like Lance Archer is 3rd, but he gets the title shot before Adam Cole, who's 1st.
Yeah, and before even Dante Martin as well.
And Dante Martin 2nd, and he's that's
what I mean.
Nowhere to be seen.
Doesn't make exactly. Yes. Dante Martin's not been seen for a few weeks. I know he's been in. Oh no, he had that match against Hobbs, didn't he?
He was on Rampage as well. He helped Jay Lethal out.
So
it's a bit bizarre, isn't it? Like, the rankings are up and down, and people like who are further down are getting title shots first.
Yeah, exactly. Because obviously Lance Archer's getting a title shot on Wednesday, they've already got it a Texas death match. I mean, why have they gone to such an extreme stipulation on their first match? Surely that's a build up to a
That should be like a pay-per-view match, to be fair.
Yeah, that should be like the final match in the series or something like that. You know, so I said to you, I think Adam Cole's gonna. I think Hangman Page will win, and I think then Adam Cole's going to attack him afterwards.
Yeah,
because obviously he's the number one contender. And
definitely,
then start the build up for that, and then let's see what happens at Revolution. Hopefully he beats Adam Hangman Page, because I like Adam Hangman Page as a wrestler, just as world champion. It's just vanilla. It's just like,
yeah, I mean, I don't think Adam Page is like, I don't know, his championship. It doesn't feel like he's a good champion right now.
No, he feels like he's just holding it. Because if you've noticed he doesn't like finish. He probably will this week, but he doesn't really finish shows as the world champion.
Yeah,
should. He's not in the big storyline as the world champion should.
Yeah, like his match or his promos should be at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Because he's the champ, so that's where it should finish.
Yeah.
Like
it's been more about Punk and MJF the last few weeks.
Yeah. So like Kev's asking, where's OC, Orange Cassidy? Like, doesn't he deserve a title shot because he beat Adam Cole? Yeah. Technically he beat Adam Cole, but it was a lights out match, non-sanctioned, so it doesn't go against the rankings. Yeah. So technically Adam Cole is still undefeated in AEW in singles competition because it was a lights out match. And that's why that's what Adam Cole's going with. He's like, what happened against Orange Cassidy doesn't exist. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, I am still undefeated. Yeah. He caught a really good promo after his match against Evil Uno on Rampage.
I got watch that.
Yeah, it was good. It was basically saying like, I want the world title, basically.
Well, that's
obviously because he's number one contender. Like,
but Adam Cole, I think the payoff for that is an actual feud with the Elite. I'm sure that's happening because he bought.
I want to see that.
Kyle O'Reilly in. Surely,
the
whole thing of he'll turn on the Bucks eventually, and that's how Kenny Omega eventually comes back.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. I'm just waiting for.
I just don't. The thing is, I think they're waiting to see the timeline of Kenny Omega. Coming back
when he's coming back.
Pull the trigger on it. It's gonna happen. Does it happen when Adam Cole's world champion, or doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because
I get where that mean. I mean, it would be good. Like, let's say Adam Cole world champion. The Young Bucks and Red Dragon are, with him.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, Kenny Omega's music hits.
Yeah.
He comes to the ring and it's like, oh shit, what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
And then Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks should just get super kicked.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's somewhere where like Red Dragon just attack the Bucks out of nowhere, and Adam Cole like feigns he feigns ignorance.
Yeah,
and like that brings Kenny Omega back or something like that, and then they turn on. Then he turns on Omega and goes, "This has been will be this year. This has been 5 years in the making. I've been waiting 5 years to get my revenge on you guys, and I'm world champion now." Blah blah. And then that could set up a feud for that. But then he's got
was it Kenny Omega who kicked Adam Cole out of the Bullet Club?
He kicked him out. Yeah, of ROH in about 2017, and the Bucks super kicked him. Out and everything. I think they've replaced him with like Cody Rhodes or something like that. Or he was in it at the time. Cody Rhodes.
But you know what? I really want to see, like, obviously WWE ain't never going to do it, but I want to see Finn Balor attack AJ Styles for revenge of being kicked out as the leader of the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Like, it needs to happen at some point.
They're not very good at that, though. They don't want to acknowledge.
They don't. Exactly. They don't acknowledge anything.
They hardly acknowledge anything else. So to acknowledge that would be something. I think they could have done it. I think time's passed.
Yeah, definitely.
Time's passed now.
I'd still like to see the match, but maybe like
I'd love to see the match. I'd love to see the match. That's got WrestleMania match written all over it.
Definitely.
Absolutely got written all over it.
Like, Finn Balor's just jobbed to Austin Theory though on Raw.
That's what I mean.
Like, what is that?
He come back, spent about nearly 2 years back in NXT, building up this tough guy image and everything. Like, comes back, loses to Austin Theory. I mean, that's typical. That's so typical WWE.
Yeah,
isn't
exactly.
it? I mean, that's what they've done with Karrion Kross.
Oh, that's another
Brutalizer
one.
in NXT, and he loses to Jeff Hardy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and at that point he was still undefeated.
Yeah, come on.
He lost his and another thing, that was on his birthday as well. He lost to Jeff Hardy. Believe it or not. And then the next match he had with Samoa Joe, he lost anyway. So why not just let Samoa Joe beat him?
Yeah,
and then move him to the main roster. It was just mad.
Absolute madness.
And then they released him. It's like you've just built this guy up for 2 years to be a beast. You have him lose to Jeff Hardy, which fine, like he lost. That's fine. It's one loss.
Slap in the face.
And then they're like, you know what? We've got nothing for you. See you in a bit, mate.
Yeah. But it's
what?
It's I really am looking. Obviously, I'm looking forward to AEW, how they build for this pay-per-view now, because I think it'll properly start from this Wednesday's show. Got a big title match. See the ramifications from that. What's the response from CM Punk to MJF? Obviously Wardlow tease turning. I think that's
happening soon.
That will eventually happen.
Yeah, Wardlow fight MJF, and if he wins, he'll be released of his contract with MJF. Something like that.
Something like that. It will be
definitely.
It'll be something like that. Yeah, but
definitely,
it'd be interesting.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
That is definitely happening though. Like you can see Wardlow, like the reaction on his face, like when Sean Spears comes in at the end of his matches and smashes someone with a steel chair. He's like, "What are you doing, you dickhead?"
Yeah.
It's like, stop stealing my thunder, man. Just get out of here.
Yeah, it's one of those. Wardlow's probably. I've not really heard Wardlow speak, so I don't know if he's one of those ones who needs someone to help him speak.
Possibly.
To get his promo across. It'd be fascinating to see what they do with him.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like maybe he could. He's still part of the pinnacle if he goes with FTR though. I mean, Tully Blanchard, he's the manager. He was the manager for FTR.
Yeah,
and he was also the manager for Sean Spears as well at the same time, weren't he?
Yeah,
and that's why those three joined MJF and Wardlow.
Yeah,
as the
he's never like
really,
he's not like the manager. He's not a manager for Wardlow. He's not a manager for MJF.
Yeah, just those three, isn't it?
Just those three. One of those.
Yeah, I mean, I've just had a look at the tag team rankings as well. Like, obviously, we know the champs are Jurassic Express, but the top 5 tag teams in order are Private Party, Gun Club, Gun Club, The Acclaimed, FTR, and then the Kings of the Black Throne.
Which is strange. They've only had like 2 matches, isn't there, or something like that?
At that point, they were 1-0. So how the hell do they get to the top 5? How are they above Santana Ortiz? That's just mental.
Yeah, that's mad. How are they ahead of the Lucha Bros? I know Ray Phoenix is injured. Yeah, I know he's injured.
That's true.
That
was a really freaky injury as well with his arm and all that. That was mad.
Very much so. Very much so.
Very freaky, that man. Yeah. They said that he didn't break his arm though. Like he was.
No, they said he's going to be back in like March or something. I read.
Wow, that's crazy. He's very lucky that he didn't snap his arm there, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Another Sid Vicious moment when he snapped his leg or something like that.
Oh, that Sid Vicious moment, man.
But yeah, the rankings are very strange.
Yeah, definitely.
So I said to you, when they announced rankings when they first created AEW, I thought that's great, but you're gonna it's either not going to last long, or B, it's going to be made to look foolish about who you're going.
Definitely, it's like Miro's just dropped off the whole
he's
map.
Not been seen since the paper. He's had videos here and there, but he's not wrestled. I think since
he's not wrestled since he lost to Sammy Guevara.
No, since he wrestled Daniel Bryan at Full Gear. You know, when he stepped in for Moxley, because Moxley went to rehab.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was his last match. Yeah, I forgot about that match.
Videos here and there, but then he's not done anything for a few weeks. I've not seen. So it's like,
I've not seen him for like the past month or so. It's crazy.
That's another one. It's another one. Another guy.
I think they might be repackaging him. To be fair,
there's too many people.
Like they're gonna wait for like all the hype of him to drop and then just bring him back randomly.
Yeah.
I think obviously they're going to bring his wife back with him, like Lana.
Yeah, I think he's a great opponent for Moxley after Danielson.
100%.
I think he's great. I think they can have some fantastic matches.
Definitely.
I think I could Mox away from the title for a while. Like I'd have him just in these. He doesn't need it. First of all, he doesn't need it. First of all.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Like I was really expecting Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston to have a feud.
Yeah.
Because of like Santana and Ortiz, but
maybe
it never happened.
Maybe that will happen. Maybe that will.
Yeah, because we haven't seen Eddie Kingston for a couple of weeks now. So
I think he's nursing a couple of injuries or something.
Ah, right, okay. So maybe when he comes back, he's going to fight Chris Jericho.
He's another.
Maybe that's Jericho's first feud away from the Inner Circle.
They've got so many people out. It's like they can just. I don't even want to give them full-time contracts. Just give them like part-time. Just slot you in here.
Definitely.
It's the money must be mad, but.
And they've got Jeff Hardy debuting soon, apparently.
Oh man. Okay.
They were meant to have. There was a whole rumor about Johnny Gargano coming in his hometown a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
But it was literally never going to happen because he said he's going to wait until his kid's born before he wrestles again.
Yeah. It's no point. Yeah, it's no point.
It's like he even put up a tweet saying, "I really appreciate like all the support I was getting at that event, even though I wasn't going to be there." Like he says, "I will make it up to you."
I don't see why he has to say that, man. It's just, I was never going to make it. I haven't agreed any deal whatsoever. Oh, by the way, my kid's nearly born. I want to spend the first few months with looking after my wife and my kid.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to focus on them. I actually want to give my body time to heal. It hasn't healed, but I haven't had this rest for a good 5-6 years or something like that. Let me rest.
I mean, he was always on a show in WWE.
Exactly. He was NXT for the past 5 years?
6 years or something.
5-6 years.
Wow.
So, why not?
We've got a comment from Kev here. One of the best things on the show was Brandy getting dissed and that guy who came out. Oh, you're talking about the big fat face dipshit, as Chris Jericho calls him. What's his name? Dan
Lambert. Yeah.
Dan Lambert, that's what.
America's top team.
Yeah. I forgot his name, but he was pretty funny, and I like how they roast Rhodes to the top. Or the TV show, man, bloody heck.
Yeah, I'm struggling to. The whole reaction to Cody Rhodes, I just struggle with. I just don't know why people are turning on him.
I don't get why people are turning on Cody and Brandy Rhodes. That's just mad.
It's madness. I mean, absolute mad. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know what he's done. I don't know what he's done to deserve this. I think now people are just booing him they're trying to jump on the bandwagon and they're just booing him. But I don't know why it started off like that.
I don't know. I don't even know where it started.
Man put himself through a flaming table, for Christ's sake.
I know. Yeah, that was crazy as well. Definitely. Like I remember, Kofi Kingston actually messed up in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
he got knocked off the apron. He was meant to come back in.
Yeah,
but his feet touched the ground, so they're just like, you know what, you're out.
Yeah.
I don't think that was on purpose, to be fair. I think he
said it was a botch. He was meant to do one of his crazy things, like his annual Royal Rumble.
He does his annual thing of getting back in, doesn't he? Yeah.
Thing.
That was mad.
And also, that was predictable as well that he was going to do that.
Yeah, definitely. There's a whole thing Big E's just gone from Raw back to SmackDown permanently.
Yeah, that was just.
And there's just no. There was what happened there? Why did that happen? He was literally the world champion.
Who did you trade him for?
No one.
No one showed up.
He's been sent back to SmackDown because he lost the title.
Yeah, just gloss over it. Exactly.
Where's his rematch?
Where's his rematch?
He literally lost in a 5-way to Brock Lesnar, and then Bobby Lashley gets the next title shot. Where's Big E? It's you could have had Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania.
Yeah, or you could have Bobby Lashley against Big E at WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly. But then it's all this thing with Brock Lesnar had to obviously fight someone at day one because Roman Reigns got COVID and he couldn't obviously come for the match. But I get Brock Lesnar was in the 5-way match because he wanted a title match, right? But he didn't need to win it.
No, and also it's a 5-way match. Even if he didn't win the title, doesn't mean he's going to get pinned.
Yeah, exactly. Bobby Lashley could have pinned Big E, or Big E could have pinned Bobby Lashley, or Seth Rollins, or Kevin Owens, or whatever. But why have Brock Lesnar win that match?
Okay, perfect. They could have done what they usually do with him: spear him through the blockade, pile everything on, including the commentator's table. He's out, and he's not going to be able to come back.
Exactly.
Then Big E, or even if you have Bobby Lashley retain it, or win it he didn't need to give Brock Lesnar the title. you know, even if he challenged, you could have still had if Bobby Lashley won it, right? You could have had a storyline where Big E's injured for a bit. He got injured during that match, so he shows back up the Royal Rumble. In the meantime, Lashley challenges like Lesnar or something like that. He wanted Lesnar, you know, I'll put this up line. They have that match. That's absolutely fine. And Lesnar still could have lost that match. Yeah, because Roman interfered, stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's just
definitely.
It's just like I said at the start. As soon as Lashley beat Brock, everyone knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
It was on the timeline. It was on Twitter. Okay, so that means Brock Lesnar's going to win the title, win the Rumble.
Royal Rumble, yeah. It was happening. We all knew it was going to happen as soon as that happened.
Yeah, it's
like they didn't take Big E seriously as the world champion. If you ask me,
it's
like there was a lot of little things that I noticed. Like when he was world champ, for his matches, like Roman Reigns always comes out second for his match.
Yeah,
but Big E would come out first.
Yeah, champions always come out second, man.
He wouldn't have main event matches on Raw. Like, so his matches would either be like towards the start of the show, or the middle, or never the main event. But this guy's your world champion, so why is he being used in a different way to the way Roman Reigns is as a champion? Like,
but even when he cashed it in, they sort of like told everyone beforehand, like asking to tweet out that he's going to be at Raw to challenge. It's like, come on, man, come on.
Yeah,
make it a bigger surprise, man. Make it like no one knows. That's the whole point. Make it. Where's the wow factor?
Like, that's it. I mean, I thought they could have. I don't know. I mean, they could have made it a bigger event, like a pay-per-view, where he cashes it in on Bobby Lashley, because Bobby Lashley was injured, weren't he? Like, it looked like he was injured anyway. And I get why, obviously, he cashed it in, but they didn't need to announce it beforehand. It could have just been a surprise. It's like,
no, right.
Like the biggest surprise of a cash-in was obviously Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the best moments of him winning his first title, and they took that type of thing away from Big E because they announced it all.
And now they've literally just sent him back as part of the New Day.
Yeah, it's like, you've been our champ. Piss off now.
Don't tell me. Let me spoiler Shahzad for WrestleMania. That Smackdown WWE Tag Team Title match. Oh, is it going to be Usos against the New Day?
Oh yeah.
Again.
Shit. It is going to be that though, and it's probably going to be on the kickoff show as well. No, wait, WrestleMania is 2 nights, isn't it?
2 nights, yeah. It'll be one of those.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
so they might actually get onto the WrestleMania card.
It's going to be that, isn't it? It's going to be that. Because
and where's Xavier Woods disappeared to as the
I
king?
think he was. He's got a slight injury. He's not going to be.
Is he injured? Oh, right, okay.
He got injured in that match. One of the tag title matches he had with the
Usos.
Ironically, they actually New Day and Usos were feuding.
Literally, yeah. That's crazy as well.
How predictable you can. Yeah. That's the thing. You can actually the Ronda Rousey announcement sort of changed it because I thought she was going for Becky Lynch, but you can predict. You can predict some of the things that are going to happen at WrestleMania. You got obviously Lesnar Reigns is the match. They're probably going to do Usos. Whether they do them Usos and a New Day, whether it's them two against each other, they'll probably be in that match where they are with each other. Whether it's a multi-tag team match. I think
the next challengers are Viking Raiders.
Viking Raiders, yeah. I think they're challenging at the Elimination Chamber, I believe. Maybe.
That'll be limited because they're Jey Uso just fought. Was it Eric or not Ivar on SmackDown?
Ivar, yeah.
So that's going to be the next tag team match, I think, the title match.
You're obviously going to have an Edge match, whether he's going to maybe against AJ Styles, but then AJ Styles has just turned face. So what would be the point? Because obviously he's clowned the Miz twice now in a row, obviously in a singles match and a tag match.
Yeah,
there's no point in going through that. And then I don't know what they're going to do with Becky Lynch now. Is it a rematch with Bianca Belair? What's Sasha Banks doing? What's Sasha Banks doing? Because I thought she was going to face Charlotte. Stuff like that. And I presume they're going to have Randy Orton against Matt Riddle somewhere down the line.
Randy's going to turn on him.
Yeah,
I think Elimination Chamber.
It'd be a change of Riddle's the one who actually turns.
Yeah, that means he's learned from Randy Orton.
Yeah, exactly. And he RKO's him as well. That'd be fun as well. Because it's too predictable having the Viper turn on all of his partners.
Definitely.
Just predictable.
It's like they lost to Chad Gable and Otis as a tag team
Yeah.
champions. That's just bizarre as well.
Yeah.
Then where's that tag team even come from?
Oh yeah, is that the Alpha Academy? Yeah, because
Just
started
mad.
with Smackdown, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
no
I still really liked American Alpha, like Jason Jordan and Chad Gable.
Yeah. That's
like, I don't think they should have split them up to have Jason Jordan as Kurt Angle's son. That was just mental. And then Jason Jordan got injured, so he can't wrestle again now. So
yeah, that's the thing. And then what they're going to do with Seth Rollins? Because essentially, with that Royal Rumble finish, they essentially turned him face.
Yeah, it looks like they have, to be fair.
Yeah. They're not going to do him against Kevin Owens, are they? Because I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that again.
They've
already done that at WrestleMania.
And they can't do him against Edge because they've already faced each other so many times this past year. I don't know.
Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles is a good one.
It's a good one. That's a good.
I'd like that'd be a really good match. I think
that would be a good match. What are they going to do with Drew McIntyre and SmackDown?
He's fighting Madcap Moss in the Elimination Chamber, man. That's mad.
Yeah.
Not in the Elimination Chamber, but on the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like, oh god.
It's like one thing I don't get right. Brock Lesnar won the Royal Rumble. I get that. He's fighting Roman Reigns for the title, Universal title at WrestleMania. But then he's in the Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship. It's like, what? It's like, and he didn't even have to qualify. Everybody else had to qualify by winning a match, but Brock Lesnar didn't. It's like, why does this guy get a special treatment?
I don't know. Somehow now, I just wish that Triple H would leave WWE, get a consortium together, and just buy Vince out.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Just buy him out.
That's amazing. That would be amazing. Like, there's a new wrestling company in the UK.
Yeah.
SPW. Like, I know some of the people involved in it.
Yeah.
What's it called? UK rapper called Shotty Horror. Like, he's involved in it, and they've signed like 3 people. Like, I can't remember who they've signed now. They're on Twitter as Soft Pro if you want to follow them. Like, it looks really good. The first event's going to be in September.
Nice.
And they're looking to sign like quite a lot of other people. They're thinking big names. So
good. Just need someone to have like about a few $1 billion just to buy Vince out. Just to buy him
That'd be really good.
Just save the WWE, because at the moment it is mediocrity at its finest.
Definitely. And I think Ring of Honor are going to be coming back in a couple of months as well, aren't they?
Oh, they're coming back. Okay.
They said that they were going to take a hiatus, but they released everyone from.
Yeah, because I saw a couple of guys show up on Impact Wrestling a couple of weeks ago, like a faction. Like I saw Matt.
Oh yeah, Mike Bennett, Maria
Canales, Mike Canales,
yeah, a couple of other people turned up on Impact Wrestling, yeah. And they actually defended the Ring of Honor Championship on that show as well.
Yeah, and also the women's title as well. I think Deonna Purrazzo won it or something off the Ring of Honor Championship. Right. Yeah, Jonathan Gresham, or whatever his name is.
Jonathan Gresham, yeah. I think he's their champion, isn't
he? He is their champion,
yeah. That's pretty good, man. Like, I've got a feeling Samoa Joe might go to Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he could go. He could be another one that turns up in AEW. That's another one, or
definitely.
I think he, in
AEW, there's too many people right now that are undefeated.
Yeah,
like you had CM Punk who's just lost.
Punk just lost his record. Obviously, Bryan Danielson lost his undefeated record against Adam Page.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole's undefeated.
Like Jay Lethal was undefeated until
yeah.
Ricky Starks beat him. And there's someone else as well. I can't even think of the name. There's a couple like people that are still undefeated in AEW. I think Adam Cole's like the biggest one of them all at the moment.
Yeah.
And I see his first loss maybe coming to Adam Page, maybe.
Don't know. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see.
I'd like to see him beat Adam Page to become the champion, but it might be too soon for him.
Well, the problem is that Adam Page, I just don't think, like I said to you earlier, I can't take him serious as a champ. Nope, me neither. I can't.
It's like, he's a great wrestler, don't get me wrong, right? And I just think that he's not there. He's not at that level to be the world champ yet.
No, he's not a main eventer.
Yeah, like he's not like an Adam Cole type of person or Kenny Omega or people like that.
No. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Yeah, definitely. Like I really want to see him fight Adam Cole for the title.
Yeah,
And
maybe we'll see.
I want to see Adam Cole take it, like because
maybe we'll see it Revolution March 6th, isn't it? Yeah, so that'd be a good one.
I think
buy that, people. Watch and stream that. You'll see some proper wrestling.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I think you're right though in saying that after the Texas Death Match, Adam Cole will attack him.
Yeah, we'll attack him afterwards. I think something like that.
That's like it's an Adam Cole thing to do, isn't it?
attack him from attack some. Yeah, well, it's a heel thing to do, right?
It's a heel thing for Adam Cole to do, and I think he'll do it with Red Dragon as well. I think they'll come and help him.
It's a chicken shit heel. You know, he should do it. He should do that. You know.
And you know what? I think Red Dragon will help him attack Adam Cole, but the Young Bucks might come out and help Adam Cole as being their old friend. That might cause a little bit of friction because you saw like was it Matt or Nick that gave Adam Page the nod when he beat Kenny Omega?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
So obviously it looks like they're forgiving him or whatever. And...
Or they were just like, or they just weren't going to interfere. Just let the best man win. Let
the best man win. Yeah. So there's potential like Adam Page could team with the Young Bucks to take on Adam Cole and Red Dragon.
Yeah, you could see a reuniting of the Elite or something like the other Elite.
Possibly.
But, yeah.
Until Kenny Omega comes back and then...
Yeah. It's okay,
but then obviously Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are definitely going to feud with the Super Clique.
They should. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They should Red Dragon, and Adam Cole.
Yeah. Sorry, not Super Clique. The Undisputed Eras.
Yeah, they could, whatever they're going to call themselves.
I don't know what they're calling themselves right now in AEW, but at the moment they're all called like the Super Clique, aren't they? As with the Young Bucks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of potential for some good feuds and matches in AEW, though.
Yeah, there is.
I want to see Pac like being pushed towards the title as well because I think he deserves to be pushed a bit now.
Yeah, it's just that's what I mean. The problem is it's too clustered.
Yeah, there's too many people that are there. Maybe even if it's a TNT title for Pac for now, and then maybe that world title later on in a few years.
Well, yeah, it's the things that what they do now with like today is the payoff to have these guys, Aleister Black or whatever, Mordecai Black or whatever you call him. What do you call him?
Malachi Black. Yeah.
Malachi Black. Sorry,
that's the one.
They have a singles match at Revolution, and whoever another member of the House of Black comes out, whoever that is.
And then you have like the House of Black versus Death Triangle because Phoenix will be back by then as well, won't it?
When Phoenix is properly healthy and everything like that, and obviously they've just spat the mist into Pentagon's face, so he's that's an excuse to write him off for TV for a few weeks.
Yeah,
Pac's obviously back now. Does he go it alone?
I think he'll go it alone and just get beat down every week.
Yeah,
and then he'll have a one-on-one with Malachi Black. I think he'll have a one-on-one with Brody King first, though.
Yeah,
like maybe on Dynamite or a Rampage in the next couple of weeks.
Like that. Face Brody King. He
probably won't beat him because Brody King's another one who's undefeated right now.
Yeah, he shouldn't really. Yeah, shouldn't defeat him in his first few tries.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of potential though to have things going on in AEW.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Yeah, man, I need to shoot off as well, bro. So
okay.
I know you need to as well. So we can call it a night now.
Sure.
We've ranted enough, I think, on WWE and stuff.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate having you on again.
Oh, it's a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure. There's not enough shows like this for us to rant on.
I mean, if you want to come on every couple of weeks, like to do a wrestling show, where we can do
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd love to pop on after the Revolution pay-per-view just to
definitely
talk about that because that should be an outstanding. No matter what, that should be an outstanding pay-per-view.
Yeah, 100%.
They always deliver on the pay-per-views. AEW, they just.
Yeah, no, they do. You're right on that. Yeah, I mean, we can schedule something in for a couple of days after Revolution. Give us a chance to watch it, and then we can come on and talk about it. Definitely,
absolutely, no problem.
I'll drop you a message and stuff, and we'll sort something out with that. Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely. We would love to do that.
Awesome, man. And Kev says he wants to come on for one. Yeah, man, just drop me an email, like, if you can, or on Twitter or whatever, and we'll sort something out, Kev.
Good.
But yeah, appreciate having you on, man. I'm gonna head off as well.
Yeah.
And I'll see you on the next one, bro.
Absolutely. Thanks. Have a good night, guys. See ya.
No, you too. Take care. Bye.